Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program 2, where last episode we landed here on Elu. We're at a bit of a jaunty angle, but we appear to be completely stable here, and that's excellent. At this point, what we need to do is we need to get our rover moved on down. So, we're going to have Valentina EVA, and Valentina is going to climb on down here. In fact, we can just let go. Excellent. We don't need to interact with the ladder system here on Elu, because look at that gravity. Okay, let's turn on our RCS here. And let's just be in surface velocity. Okay, and we'll decelerate on down. And we'll just touch down on the ground. Excellent. RCS can get turned off at this point, and we're going to want to lower this guy on down to the ground. Well, I say lower. We're going to have to drop it. It should be fine, in theory. This is like jittering around. Oh, hi, Valentina. Why are we so close? I don't know why we're so close. Okay. That was exciting. Well, we're just going to definitely drop this guy on down. And the question is, how far out this way is it going to go? Well, I want to hop over to this decoupler. I want to turn down the impulse on this to like 1 kilonewton. And then we're going to decouple it. Because I want that to just fall straight down. Okay, so it's now going this way, which is fully expected. And it's going to hit Valentina, in theory. Kind of. It kind of hit... Oh, boy. Valentina is hovering. Oh, boy. Well, that is the bug that we ran into on Lathe. Hopefully it's not as bad here on Elu. Okay, so I want to board this. And what we want to do now is turn the SAS on. And I want to rotate this guy right on over like so. I see that this wheel is clipped through. Uh-huh. Well, if we have to, we're just going to use the teleport system to teleport our way over. We'll see if we have to. I'm going to turn the SAS off for now. The SAS is supposed to be off. I don't know why we're turning this aggressively, but okay. Well, I guess because this is on all. We need to set this to SAS only, kind of, or just completely off. I'm going to turn it completely off for now, and that should be fine. Okay, so we are actually rolling here. But we did run into the bug that we ran into in Lathe earlier. Okay, well, we just need to make our way on up over here. And I believe our mission is specifically to drive a rover onto this glacier up here. I believe that is our specific mission. So downward we go. We've got about 2 kilometers to go here. Okay, it's definitely a little slippery. I'm wondering what our braking traction would be like. So this is just going in reverse here. This is not using the brakes. That's not too bad, although there's definitely a little bit of slippery drift there. Noted. We'll accelerate back up, and now I'm going to slam on the brakes to see what happens. That's not bad. Okay. So that seems reasonably fine. Now the question is, how's going up this hill going to go? Well, that'll be interesting indeed. But I don't think it's going to be a major issue. So we're cruising along at about 15 meters per second right now, and this is going so much better than it did on Lathe. We did have some indicators that the Lathe bug can happen on Elu, but it hasn't thus far. We've not had major issues with it. And we're hoping that we don't. So we're just cruising along at about 15 meters per second. I don't want to go too fast here because I feel like we could easily lose control. And I don't really want to do that. So we're just going to head on over about like so. Just changing our overall directionality a little bit. About 16 meters per second for the time being seems relatively fine. This is going to be potentially interesting right here. I'm keeping an eye on our surface speed. It's going down as we go up this hill, but it's not going down by a huge amount. This is definitely a manageable situation. Okay. Cool. So this is looking very good. We're only about 750 meters away from the glacier, which is right here. And it looks to me like we should try to go up over here and just go up on top of this thing. We've got a little bit of drift going on here, but I'm just trying to change our directionality. I'm going to slow us down a little bit too, I think. Okay. I feel like we're going a little bit a little too much this direction, but there we go. That looks under control. And the glacier is currently about 300 meters away. No big deal. This is looking very, very good indeed. This is how the lathe mission was supposed to go. Okay, I'm slowing us way down here. This is technically completion, but I want to head up. And, oh my. Okay, that's exciting. Okay, we're just going to get this guy flipped around. Brakes on. Okay. We're using SAS to reorient here. That was a lot more altitude than I was expecting to get out of that. I'm sure Valentina's fine. Okay, this is not the direction that I exactly wanted to go, but it's okay. Let's get this reoriented. Brakes are on as of right now. And there we go. Okay. So we managed to get ourselves reoriented relatively nicely. We have finished our mission as of right now. So we have our crew observation here. This is considered part of the frozen tsunami here. Okay, I can see why they call it the frozen tsunami. What I want to do is I want to go get on top of it. Ooh, that's exciting. Yeah, that's how physics works, for sure. Okay, brakes on, please. Okay. I mean, it's very slippery here, no doubt about that. But let's just get this turned. I think we hit this rock, is what happened there. That was kind of insane. Okay, I want to go get on top of this thing. Ooh, this wheel just fell through the ground. Okay, yep, we've got our wheels falling through the ground here. So, let's have Valentina EVA here and then board again. And hopefully, that'll fix it. No. No, it did not. Okay, so we were fine here. We're not fine here. So this is the same exact bug that we had on lathe. I guess there's just a rover bug. Okay, so I'm just going to do this number. I'm going to turn SAS on. I'm going to put this in SAS only mode. That's inauspicious. I was hoping we'd be able to use just the one wheel there. Okay. We can rock ourselves forward and propel ourselves off of the ground like this. It's really, really awkward. But what I'm going to do instead is I'm just going to use this mode here. And we're going to teleport ourselves surface mode on Ilu. And the question is, where do we need to be? I want to be in our current position, I feel like. Is this our current position, or is this just a default position? I think this is a default position, not our current position. So if we set this... This isn't ideal, though. I really wish that there was a way to just choose your position by clicking on the terrain, like in KSP1. That would be really, really nice. I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to have Valentina EVA here. That's interesting. And Valentina is going to run a surface survey. Because this is going to be the same location as up here, for sure. So we're going to grab that surface survey. There we go. And now we're going to hop back in here. And yes, we added new research reports. I'm definitely aware of that. Okay, here's what I want to do here. I'm going to turn the SAS off. I'm going to turn the torque off on this. Hang on. Is it working now? Kind of. Until we get here. Okay. Well, Valentina, hop out. And here's what we're going to do. So we're going to hop down here. We don't have to worry about lathe. We should be in the falling bug. We're not in the falling bug. Hang on. Can I just push this? Okay, now we're in the falling bug. Okay, so turning RCS on. We are stuck. Okay. So we're in the falling bug. We're currently stuck. And the rover is a mess. Let's hop over to the rover. Now, back over here, and that resets everything. We hit the falling bug here. So there's a, like, terrain patch transition right here. Gotcha. We could just leave the rover here and head back. That is definitely a mission, or rather, definitely an option. And I think that's our best option, given the issues that we're facing here. So here, there's no falling bug. Right up over here, there is. But here's a question. What happens if we go up on top of the rover here? So we just go up right here, right? And instead of climbing here, we just push from here. Because this apparently works, despite physics. Well, I mean, it's certainly imperfect. No doubt about that. It's certainly imperfect, but it did work. Ooh, that's getting a lot of speed. That is getting a lot of speed. Okay. Let's let this settle a bit. The good news is I believe this is our last rover issue. Or rather, our last rover mission, I should say. But we can get this up and over this hill. If we can get it out of this biome, I think we'll be in a pretty good scenario here. Okay. Letting it settle a little bit here. I want to get it going just over this direction. I believe we just had an autosave very awkwardly. Okay. Not really able to get too much pushing done over here right now. Are we good here? Wheels are still clipping through the ground. Okay. We're definitely able to very effectively push this thing. Because, you know, this is how physics works. Definitely. There's no troll physics happening here at all. Okay, let's try hopping up on the rover from... Can you turn, please, Valentina? Let's try hopping up on the rover from here. And seeing if we can just head this way. And hopefully get out of this terrain patch. We know it's relatively okay over here. Okay, so it looks like we're not good yet. Noted. Let's hop down over here. And just continue to make our way back. RCS off, please, Valentina. Again, this is exactly how physics works. There are no problems with what we're doing here. No problems at all. Okay, it looks like our wheels might be working correctly here. Let's try to climb our way up. Okay, yeah, we need to turn our RCS on. Because currently, the rover is running away from us down the hill. Brakes aren't on because no one is piloting it. So we're just going to have to head right on in here. Okay, we're a little bit too much on this side, but sure. Up we go. And we'll board. Okay, I believe our wheels are broken. This wheel clipped through. Okay, well, let's see if we can make our way around. The wheels just popped out of the ground. And they're going back in. Okay, we have managed to make our way part way back. I believe we came in up over here previously. It's very irritating that the game was, like, left in this state. Like, did they not test rovers ever? It's kind of wild. Well, let's just continue heading downhill here. We were briefly in a position where it was working, but now we're not. Okay. I'd like to take the rover back. That doesn't appear to be a great option, does it? Okay, Valentina, can you not? Thanks. So yeah, like, this doesn't feel very tested, does it? No doubt about that. Valentina, what are you doing? What are you doing? Okay, there we go. We're back up top, and now we need to push this. And I guess this way will do. RCS off, please. Valentina, can you turn, please? Thank you. This is the direction we want to go. Ish. Not that way. This way. Okay. Valentina doesn't want to continue this. And to be honest, neither do I. We're going to abandon the rover here. We're going to just blame the bug at this point, and we're going to head on back. So we're going to head back using our RCS thrusters. Just going to put us in surface mode here, and we're going to head back at around, I don't know, 20 meters per second or so. Cool. And we're just going to maintain our altitude. This is heading back faster than we would on the rover anyway, but I definitely would have preferred to utilize the rover. We can actually get a little bit more speed here since we're flying back. I assume Valentina has all of our science. Pretty sure. Let's check our science checklist. Yeah, Valentina's got it all. Perfect. So we're currently heading back at about 40 meters per second. We're going to need to brake fairly soon. And that is definitely something we're going to start doing. We're about 600 meters away right now. Moving at about 30 meters per second. And now we're moving at about 20 meters per second. Cool. So this is all looking relatively fine for now. We were planning to abandon the rover anyway. There's nowhere to reattach it or anything. So that's absolutely fine. At least it got us to the location this time. And we did have a mission to drive the rover on the frozen tsunami, so there is that. Okay, so we need to land right over here. Overshooting it slightly here, but we're just going to come on back and grab on. Perfect. And we're going to board. So we are done here on Eeloo. Mission complete. Let's get out of here. But first, I want to double check our fuel. Looks good. Okay. I wanted to make sure that this tank was completely untouched. Okay, let's get back into orbit. We are done on Eeloo for now. Off we go. And we're going to turn SAS on, of course. I want to bring us over to about here or so. And we've got an apoapsis of 25 kilometers. That's enough. Let's actually just bring this over to pure horizontal at this point. We need to get into orbit. Okay. So we're just going to park it right about here. And let's get up to an apoapsis of, I don't know, 100 kilometers or so. That's probably fine. Cool. We've got lots of delta V left in this thing. According to this, 0 delta V in this stage. I have questions about that. I don't think we actually have 0 delta V here, to be clear. This is a very high apoapsis. Okay, we can actually do it. If we just burn here, this is probably relatively fine. We just get ourselves an escape vector here. I think that's okay. Yeah, let's just push this out to an escape vector. Okay, so something along the lines of this. Is this coming in from Elu here? Actually, that's perfect. Let's bring that down to about the orbit of Duna or so, I think. So let's just continue to burn prograde here. This is perfect timing. And yeah, we'll just go down to about the orbit of Duna, which is, of course, this one here. So that looks fine. We don't need to go to dress for this. We'll just bring this right on down. Cool. It is going to be a fairly hefty burn, no doubt about it. And then we'll just do a circularization burn here. We'll do an inclination change. We're, of course, going to need to set Kerbal as our target. But yeah, this is basically perfect timing. I like it. So we're going to stop this burn relatively shortly here. I'm fairly content with this position. We are on trajectory about now for our target position. Why did our map just snap there? I do not know. We're not on a collision trajectory, are we? No, we are not. Okay, so this will do for now. Goodbye, Elu. It was kind of fun, and then the rover broke again. The thing is, I don't think that's a problem with the rover. I think that's a problem with the planet, because we also had the falling bug for Valentina. Wherever the rover's wheels fell through, Valentina could not make contact with the ground. So I think there's just a collision issue. So I guess that's fine. At this point, what we want to do is we want to set our target to be Kerbal. So we're going to head on over here. We're going to set Kerbal to be our target because we are headed home. So we're going to set that as our target. Perfect. And from there, the question is, where is our ascending node at? Well, we don't know yet. We need to exit the sphere of influence here because patch conics in this game are really questionable. So we're going to warp to here 4 days in the future. Goodbye, Elu. I don't believe we're coming back to Elu. Unless there are more missions. There might be more missions for Elu, but I kind of doubt it. Cool. So we're going to escape the sphere of influence of Elu here. And the question now is, where is that ascending node? Well, it's actually the descending node. 19.2? Okay, that shouldn't be too bad this far out. Other way. It's a fair amount of DV. No doubt about it. So that is going to be something about like this. 842 meters per second. Manageable. I'm not concerned about it. We're still not even on our center core at this point. We're going to throw away a lot of delta V here. So this is fine. Not concerned about that one at all. Once we reach the periapsis, we're going to check to see if we get an encounter with Kerbal. I kind of doubt we will. If we don't, we're going to circularize. Okay, so we're going to warp forward here to our maneuver point. Excellent. That is at least a year away, but it's probably a little more than that. We'll see. It's very, very lengthy to get around out here. Okay, it's actually about a year away. Cool. We've got another 4 hours to go. We could start this burn basically any time we wanted, but I'm going to just set the timing about correctly. We've got 50 seconds, 40, 30, 20, 10, and 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. Okay. Let's get that inclination changed. Fantastic. So we're just changing the inclination considerably. We were on quite an inclination, no doubt about it, but this is fine. This far out from the sun, it's not too bad. It would be better if we were circularized out here, but I'm not going to do that. That is definitely not happening. So we've got about 10 seconds left in this burn, and let's just run a quick check here to see what is our encounter going to look like if we come from Kerbal here. Okay. Burn is ending about now. 0.1 degrees, that's close enough. I'm okay with this. So if we come in from our periapsis, what is that going to look like? Surely that's not an encounter, right? Yeah, that's about as off as you can be. I'm not surprised about that one. So we're just going to bring this around, circularize this up. We're going to have to get rid of that speed anyway, and that seems fine. Okay, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we are going to bring this on home and start up our next mission. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Atala, Andy McGar, Ali Lee, Dark Horse, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Tommy Kintogan, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.